Every family has a story, but some stories are guided by faith, shaped by sacrifice, and sustained by love. The story of the Kakwi family begins with a divine connection when Pastor Philibus Kakwi, fondly remembered as Baba Nagida, and Ina came together. Their union was more than a marriage. It was a covenant rooted in God, laying a spiritual foundation that would guide generations. From this lineage emerged a man whose life reflected learning, service, and quiet excellence, Mr. John Tanko Kakwi. John Kakwi was a lecturer, an educationist, and a mentor. He believed that education was not merely about certificates, but about shaping character and preparing minds for service to humanity.
I spend most of my time working with the government. A lecturer at the end in the University of Jos.
To many, he was fondly known as Johanna, a name spoken with affection and respect. He was also called Tanko, a name of honor, meaning the first male child born among girls. With this position came responsibility, and John Kakwi embraced it with humanity, strength, and grace. Born into a devout Seventh-day Adventist Christian home, his life was guided by faith, discipline, and an unwavering belief in God. These values were not only spoken, they were lived daily, quietly influencing everyone around him.
I was born at Palamashame village near Jengri, May 25, 1950. And I started my life at attending primary school at Jengri, which is SDA primary school. And we had a lot of Bible teaching us at that time, from junior classes to senior classes. We attend classes in religion. And as I grew up, I went to secondary school, religious secondary school at Eden in the grammar school in Osun State. After that, I got admitted into the university and did my first diploma in business administration. From there, left for US and studied BSc in administration as well. And later on, I got my master's too, there in administration, and worked in the university for some years. Later on, I retired.
Life later led him to the woman who would walk beside him in purpose and love, Mrs. Hawa Kakwi. She was a nurse by profession, a caregiver by calling, and a woman of compassion. Born in Kaduna State to a police family, she grew up with discipline, resilience, and a deep respect for service.
Kakwi. Born in the year 1955. Educated in so many places. I started my primary. I've been going up and down. My dad was a policeman, so we didn't stay in one place, going from one place to another. So finally now he took us, all the children, to the village so that we don't disturb our education. My dad, as a policeman, now we are just going up and down, disrupting our education. So he took us to the village, to our relations. After that, now after finishing primary, I went to St. John's here. Jos here. So from there, I transferred to Soba, Zaria. After I finished, I went to nursing school, Kasina. came back, got married to him. My Christian life. I was born a Christian, still a Christian.
Her nurturing spirit and professional dedication perfectly complemented John's intellectual and spiritual strength.
Where I met my husband. Was at Jingri when my dad was transferred to Jingri. So I saw he just came to our house. So, as time goes on, now we settled and got married.
Their marriage was blessed, and together they built a home grounded in faith, love, and learning. From this union came children who would carry forward their parents' legacy. Unikutele Dan Kakwi, Memwanga Ben Kakwi, Umwe Den Asabe Kakwi, Jessica Kakwi. Each child in their own path and profession continues to reflect the values instilled in them: integrity, diligence, and purpose. They are doing well in their various fields, living testimonies of a home built on godly principles.
We want them to follow our examples, to be near the cross of Jesus Christ, thinking of the life of Christianity until the end comes to the end. So we'll be praying for our children, our grandchildren, and our many grandchildren. Our parents died as highly religious people, so we want to follow their examples as much as possible.
Everything was, when we are young, everything was so simple. You go to school without pay, all this. I did my school. It was when I was at St. John's here, my dad was paying. I told him he should stop. I'm transferring to where I won't pay, where he won't pay. So I transferred to government school. From there, even my nursing, everything supplied for us. But these days, things are so hard. So hard. You finish, no work, nothing. So we just have to be praying for these children. Things are so difficult. So difficult. The government, I don't know what's wrong with them. They are eating the money now. Yes. Money for so many people, they won't use it for the poor people. They will use it for themselves and their children and their grandchildren. But it's too bad what the government is doing.
Beyond the classroom and the home, John TANKO Kakwi had a soul deeply connected to music, fondly called RC, a nickname inspired by a singer from Cool and the Gang. It reflected his gentle spirit and love for melody. Music was his joy, his comfort, and his expression. He mastered 4 musical instruments: the guitar, the accordion, the piano, and the trumpet. Through music, he spoke when words were not enough. Through music, he brought peace, happiness, and inspiration to those around him. His wife, Mrs. Hawa Kakwi, found her own joy in flowers, symbols of life, growth, and beauty. She also carried a strong passion for medical research, constantly seeking knowledge to improve her nursing skills and better serve humanity. Her dedication echoed the same lifelong commitment to learning that defined her husband. Together, they represented balance, faith and knowledge, education and healthcare, music and compassion. The life of John TANKO Kakwi reminds us that true greatness is not measured by noise, but by impact, by the lives touched, the values passed on, and the love shared. His legacy lives on in his children, in his students, in his music, and in the enduring faith he stood for. This is a story of a man. This is a story of a family. This is a legacy that time cannot erase.